Hey there, this is day one. I'm going to be starting a Facebook profile from scratch and getting it up to the profile itself closing 10K per month plus in recurring revenue for our software company, FlowChat. I'm the VP of sales. So I will be using our tech and sharing strategies, messaging, how to position your profile, and growing it, like I said, from zero. So I actually started yesterday, but I'm documenting today. Forgot to document yesterday. I'll go through what I did yesterday, how I'm here in the first place. I've already had 2 friend requests accepted. You'll get to see what messages I sent in day 2, which is technically today. So I'll record a second video for that. And then from there, you're going to follow the path in terms of me reaching out to these people, these business owners, qualifying them, using FlowChat to systematize everything that you see here, using automations, using triggers, using calendars, using message templates, as well as some AI. And then the idea is to move them all the way down this whole sales process that we've built out. This is a FlowChat template. All of our clients get this, and to let them land in purchase, right? So that's the really cool part about this is I'll walk you through. I'm not setting a deadline on this on how long it's going to take. I am simply building it from yesterday, which was October 22nd, 2025, to when this profile hits 10K. We'll see timeline wise what that looks like. So profile, just so you guys can see, I started a new Facebook profile. The way that you can do that is if you have an age Facebook profile, simply go into the account login, and then if you go to the top right here, you'll see, I think I have my pencil. Yeah, if we go to the top right here, you're gonna see options, right? So you can see all your profiles. Click see all profiles right here, and then you'll be able to create. If you go to the bottom, hit see more profiles, we'll go to account center, I believe, and then you can add an account, right? So that's how you can add an extra account. That's a profile, so you'll have that option there. This is my new account. So in order to have it optimized, I simply took my other Facebook account that I already have going. I hit my 5K max, by the way, of friends on Facebook, and that's why I was not able to, here, I'll pull it open, why I was not able to continue adding people, which is one of the best tactics you can do out of Facebook groups. You pull them out, you qualify them, and then you add your ideal clients and you start conversations with them, right? So what I did here is my other account, my main account, as you can see, it's a little bit more optimized. So I'm split testing a different profile, but I took all the same information, changed the headline a little bit. I just put my middle initial inside the name as the profile. So that's what you see here on the actual profile, right? So I went ahead and optimized that. I put the title, right? So we've helped 5,000 founders with profitable profiles. Facebook's one of our platforms. We work on LinkedIn, X, 15 other actual social media profiles. You can always check us out. But yeah, the point here is going to be specifically Facebook. You can see I've optimized this. I put the link to FlowChat. This could be a lead magnet link. This could be a VSL link. But right now it just goes straight to our website where they can book a private demo, or just watch an overview video, get to learn more about FlowChat, our features, right, the platforms that we're on, and case studies, etc., and how we help people. And then if they want to book a call, they can, or they can get started right away, right? And it's software self-serve. So we're gonna be promoting this off this account. You can see, for example, I already started posting. So this was actually the day before when I have optimized from yesterday. So it's always good to have a pin post, right? Something that explains what you do, maybe a graphic. You'll see the rest of the posts are just me optimizing the account, putting a profile picture, and then where I live, where I'm from, so it looks like a real account. You can see because I'm tied to my original account, this is a separate profile. It says I joined in 2007. That's going to help when I'm reaching out to people. So if you're making a second profile to reach out to people, that's amazing. If you're just starting off new, that's okay. You can take that out in terms of when you can join. So you can always edit your details and then you can turn that off. So that's all you'd have to do. I actually purposely turned it on so that people know how old this account is, right? So from there, I had 0 friends. Now I have 2 friends because I started yesterday. So before we started adding people, all I had to do was find the right people. So to do that, this is one of our favorite tactics. We have our own Facebook group, by the way, right? If you go into our community page here, you can always go check out our Facebook group. We have about 6,000 plus members in there that are founders, business owners, agency owners, coaches, influencers, speakers, authors, all sorts of walks of life that are using FlowChat to build their business on social media, right? So from there, I didn't take those people because they're already FlowChat clients. So I went and found another group, and I found the group that was CloseBot. So I know that CloseBot is another software company that does something. It's kind of like a competitor. They're more tied into like a CRM. So all I had to do, knowing that, is go into CloseBot. Luckily for me, on my other account, I was already in it, so I didn't have to join the group. If you're not in a private group, simply hit join. You'll be able to get accepted in a short amount of time. You answer the questions as honestly as you can, right? You don't need to agree to anything in terms of putting in your email. This one, it says it's required. A lot of the times it's not. So you would put in everything, right? You would select your options, and then you hit submit. Whenever you get approved, then you'll be able to see, I'll go into CloseBot here, the members list. So once you're in the group, this is what it's going to look like. And you're going to have FlowChat if you're using it. If not, you can still do this manually, completely fine. But you're going to want to go to the members list. So right here, we have our members list. My little pencil is a little screwed up. We're going to go there. And then once we're in the members list, boom, you see this is the FlowChat overlay from our Chrome extension. That's part of our software. And what's happening here is I'm able to put keywords. Once I put it in, I don't have to keep redoing it, which is awesome. And then I can select a number of profiles that I want to scroll. Now, if I hit import here, it's only going to import the first 100 because it hasn't scrolled, or sorry, 11 because it hasn't scrolled, but it's found 11 out of 26 profiles that fit the match. We do have a guardrail that pops up here, and if I zoom in, you'll see you want to go in the section that's called members with things in common. So FlowChat actually tells you to go there because a lot of people don't know that. It's an awesome place to go because Facebook wants you to add people with mutual friends. It thinks you know them in real life. So that's one of the criteria is to be able to add more and to grow your account more. Right? So this is this section. And as you see, it's kind of hard to find. So there's 3 leads here, or let's say potential clients of ours. I would hit the see all button. And now what ends up happening is I'm in the members with things in common section, but all of them, and you can see because on this is my old account, I have mutual friends like 79, 329, 259. I've been doing this for a while, right? On my new account, I would have 0, but what ends up happening, and this is a beautiful thing, is the more that I add people in this group, the more that I'll have members with things in common, and the more that I'll be able to add people as a flywheel effect. And from there, also people are going to accept you more because they see just naturally psychology. If you have mutual friends, more than 3 usually, people will accept you at a higher rate. If you have 100 plus mutual friends, they're going to think, oh, we know a lot of the same people. Let's accept this friend request because there's a higher chance of us actually knowing each other and having a better conversation. Right? So from there, you can see this is scroll until 2,000 profiles. So what I could do is I can grab my coffee. I could just hit this button. Start auto scroll, and then I can not do anything. I could actually walk away and maybe go do some push-ups, a workout, play some guitar, take my dogs out. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. This will take 5 minutes, not even, to go to 2,000 profiles. You could do 3,000. You could do 5,000. There's about 6,000 members in this group. Not all members will have things in common, as you can imagine. So what I could do is go back out into the main section, grab all those leads. And what's really cool is we're importing this into FlowChat, and as we do that, FlowChat's enriching these leads. So we're also finding emails, phone numbers, if they're publicly available and put there by the user. So we don't go into a database or anything like that. It's put on by the user on their own profile, which means the chance of it being real and being legitimate is 99%. Now, not everyone has privacy settings or has that information on their profile, so usually it's about 40 or 50% of the people will have that information. And depending on the platform, it can be higher or lower. Facebook's pretty good. LinkedIn would be the best when it comes to emails and phone numbers. Instagram would be the least when it comes to phone numbers and emails, just to give you an idea. So from there, as you can see, we're almost at 500 profiles that we've gone through. Facebook's just loading the pages, and our software is just scrolling and capturing all the keyword people with their job titles. So if you were not doing this with FlowChat, I'll just stop it here for a second. What you would be doing is manually scrolling, like you still can. So I can go up and down if I want, and you'd be looking at everyone's title, and then most likely opening their profile, going and saying, okay, Colby, let's check out Colby. He's an entrepreneur. This is the first layer. We have to hit view profile if we're opening it through that way. It's really cool with FlowChat. Once you import them, you don't have to do any of this, and it can qualify automatically. I used to have a virtual assistant back in like 2021, 2022, using FlowChat still, but they would do this manually. Now with AI and automations, you don't have to. So imagine the time that would save. So here, what I would do is go check out, okay, does he live in the United States, Canada, UK, Europe? Like those are kind of the places we target. He's in Boise, Idaho. Perfect. United States. Secondly, is he a decision maker as in the title? So a CEO, all those titles that I mentioned before that I put on the list. If I didn't have that, I'd have to do it manually. Well, guess what? Yes, he is a CEO. Now, lastly, what I did is I clicked on, you can see Stackflow. So that's his business. So I would go and see, is his business an ideal business for us? If he's selling t-shirts, no. If it's a software company, an agency, a coach, influencer, speaker, author, that's who we're looking for at FlowChat, right? So perfect if it's a software company, and if I really want to double check, I can actually go to the website and see. Okay, so it looks like, monthly investment 5K per or 10K per month. Perfect. We're looking for high ticket clients, as in they sell a service that's either $2,000 recurring per month or $3,000 plus, because that's what works really well on social media, high ticket, using FlowChat. So in this case, ideal client, perfect, I would have qualified them. When it comes to FlowChat, I'll jump into our software here like you were seeing. The first step once we import is to qualify the profile, and it's going to qualify for all those things that I just showed, right? So we have what's called an audience, and that can match those criteria and go even further and look at content on their profile and see what they're posting about. How many posts did they do in the past 30 days? If it's just one, disqualify. If it's two, push them forward. And you can do that for 60 days, 80 days, 90 days. So all these things are all customizable. And the beautiful thing is all I have to do once a day, even once a week, is hit run now and run an automation. And I can do 100 leads on Facebook right off the bat here. Interval between leads, I can select different times. So because we're not doing an action like liking something or sending a message or sending a request, we're simply just looking at the profile. On Facebook, you can do this within 1 to 5 seconds. So within 100 leads in 120 minutes, I would know who would be qualified and who would not be qualified. And for whatever reason, if the software can't tell, it'll put it into manual qualification, which is the second stage here. So if they're qualified, boom, moves them automatically here. If they're not qualified, like I'll just use one here as an example, for Dav, let's say, the software, FlowChat, will automatically change it to not qualified, and then it takes them out of your pipeline, and you'll never add or talk to that lead ever again, and the system keeps getting smarter because you won't add in duplicates either. So that's the beautiful thing. And from there, day 2 was qualifying the leads and sending my first 10 friend requests, because that's what we're gonna do. Actually, I did 9. We're gonna do 9 per day for the first week. Then we're gonna jump to about 15 to 20 per day. Then we're gonna jump to 30 per day and probably land there. I've seen some people do 40, 50, 60 per day, but usually in the 30 per day friend request is where you're landing. Once they accept, then we're gonna send the message. So I'm gonna do that as well in day 2, where I'll send the first message. We have a strategy that works really well, a 2-step approach in terms of once you're connected with somebody, not pitching, not pitch slapping, but having a genuine conversation, opening up engagement, so getting them to respond, and then transitioning that into booking a call or filling up a webinar or mastermind or event or whatever call to action you want. But essentially most of our clients and what we do is book a call and do a demo or a sales call. So that is the process that I'll be walking you through going forward. This is a little bit longer video because I want to explain what happened in day one, how to optimize your profiles. So in that sense, now that you have, where to find leads, how to find groups, how to maximize your profile, you can start reaching out to people, and you'll see, like I mentioned, out of 10, I sent out 9. I had 2 people, so more than 20% already accept. With a brand new profile, I had 0 friends, so they would have seen I had 0 friends. So there you go. Imagine if you're doing this on an already aged account, how much more reach you'll be able to get.